in that moment, I became a different person.
Dallas Jenkins, nice to meet you. Thanks so much for coming and town. This is Joe Piscopo.
How are you, man?
Jenkins.
Thank you, man. Come on in. Please make yourself at home.
So happy to bring Dallas Jenkins to the airwaves, and so appreciative of Salem Media for, just allowing us to do this. Dallas is the creator and director of The Chosen. This is a series about the life of Christ and those that encountered Jesus, which became the #1 crowd-funded project of all time.
We ended up raising over $10 million from over 19,000 people around the world.
Wow, man.
Based on a short film I did for my church. And so now we've been able to shoot the first 8 episodes. The first 4 episodes are out right now. And you can actually watch them free on your app. The first 4 episodes on the app. You just look up The Chosen in the App Store or on Google Play, and you can actually watch the 4 episodes right now.
This must irritate so many people. I love that you're doing this.
Well, they had no idea it was coming, and that's Hollywood wants to. They want to believe they come up with all the best ideas, and all of a sudden they see headlines going, they raised $10 million for a Jesus show. It was a little bit of
God bless you.
They don't have a tunnel. They don't have a hallway for that
I
one.
love it.
The movie business is glamorous. Look at me right now. I'm in the streets of New York walking to my next interview because it's faster to walk in New York than it is to drive. I've got my luggage because we don't have a car. I'm going to DC tonight. So just did Joe Piscopo, about to do Newsmax TV. This is the movie business, folks. It's not glamorous. This isn't really necessary. I'm already perfect, but it helps.
Just enhancing the beauty.
Yes, exactly.
I am thrilled to be joined by Dallas Jenkins, who has not only brought us an exciting new television story to the screen, even if it's an old one, but the story about how it got made is even more exciting. Dallas, welcome to Liquid Lunch.
Thanks so much for having me. I was noticing this. Is this to kind of get me through the interview? If you
Well, the budget cuts.
ask a weird
The
question,
budget
or
cuts
just-
involved. We don't even have glasses. Usually, because you're a man of God, we thought maybe you prefer wine to vodka.
Yeah.
So now, Dallas, I want to ask you about The Chosen, just so folks know what we're talking about. We actually have a clip from The Chosen, which everybody is talking about, and I'd love to have a look at it.
He performs miracles and seeks no credit? What does he look like? Is he a member of Sanhedrin?
I think people appreciated the authenticity was going directly to them. I think they're tired of some of what they're getting from the mainstream media, and they wanted to. I think they put their trust in us.
Dallas Jenkins, best of luck. I want to encourage everybody to watch The Chosen. You can watch it hopefully after the show, within minutes via app and everything else. And even if you already know how the story ends, it is still worth watching. Best of luck to you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me on.
Thank you. Dallas Jenkins and The Chosen.
Here we go. This is the big leagues where you.
Make it or break it.
It's either an amazing decision to go on Fox News or it's the worst one ever. But
It is amazing.
I think our audience loves Fox News, so we'll make it work. I'll sing and dance for the people, no problem.
Hey, how's it going? Big fan. My wife wanted me to say the same thing.
Thank you very
She
much.
watches you regularly, so thanks for having me.
Congratulations. This is wonderful.
Appreciate it.
Ten seconds coming in. 8, 7,
Getting great
5
feedback on
seconds.
Twitter about the movie.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Animation.
And Dallas Jenkins joins me now. What made you think, okay, I'll just do the crowdfunding thing and this will work?
Well, no, I didn't think it was going to work per se. My partners did. I thought we'd be lucky to raise about $800, to be honest with you. It was based on a short film I made for my church's Christmas Eve service. And they said, if we put this out, we think this could go viral and could raise some money. And so we put it out there, ended up raising over $10 million.
How do people get the app?
They download the app. So you go to the App Store or Google Play, you look up The Chosen, it's easy to find, and within minutes you can be watching all 4 episodes.
Great stuff, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff. Really good stuff.
Thank you.
See? You got Sean Hannity, Harris Faulkner, Dallas Jenkins. The next Fox News personality. Why not?
I said, why didn't you tell me that? And he said, I don't know. God just told me to tell you that. And at that moment in my life, like I said earlier, I felt like in that moment I became a different person.
How do you get eyeballs on your product?
Some people have said, oh, are you on Netflix or are you on the networks or why not? Why aren't you? And the first answer, of course, is, well, they didn't come to us. They didn't write a check for this project. But the second answer is, we may not necessarily need or want to. And so we're just kind of creating our own new way of doing it. So right now, you can, on our app, you can cast it to your TV, you can watch it on Roku, because we just decided doing this outside the system so far has proven to be the best way to get this directly to the people. All right, so we're leaving One America, which is apparently, I've been told, the network that Trump watches. So, hey, if Trump wants to hear more about The Chosen, God bless him. So right now, we're going on to Blaze Media. And this is Washington, D.C., which even feels different than New York. When I'm in New York, there's media and there's basically one group of people that aren't necessarily excited about a Jesus show, whereas in DC, at least half of DC is excited about a Jesus show. So we'll see how that goes. But right now I'm walking up very dangerous stairs to go outside in the nation's capital, talking to different publicists and even politicians about a show about Jesus. So when we're in the two biggest, most influential markets in the world talking about a Jesus show, that's never a bad thing. So we'll see what happens next.
This is really well done stuff, so I wanted to compliment you on that starting off. So how did this thing come about?
I had just come off of a big career failure. I had done a feature film with some of the biggest producers in Hollywood, and it was a bomb. And I poured myself into this short film for my church's Christmas Eve service. It was about the birth of Christ from the perspective of the shepherds. I've been passionate about telling the stories of Christ from different perspectives, because I've been a Christian my whole life. I've heard all these stories dozens of times. And I was looking for a way to not change anything, but just freshen the perspective a little bit.
This crowdfunding, is it continuing to grow? As more and more people see the show, does that money just continue to pile up?
Yeah, so right now the crowdfunding is not available because we got all that we needed for season 1.
Okay.
So we don't want to go back to the crowd and ask for more unless we absolutely need it. And so as of this moment, right now we're letting the show and the episodes speak for themselves. If sales grow, we may not actually need to go back to the crowdfunding opportunity. In fact, the sales are the crowdfunding. We're telling people when you purchase the DVDs, when you purchase the streaming packages, that goes towards future episodes and seasons. So we'll see in the future whether we need to go back to the crowd for direct funding or whether the sales themselves are going to sustain the show. That's the goal. You want the show to become self-sustaining as it reaches around the world.
Mm-hmm. Why are you doing these faces, Dallas?
This is how the magic gets made. You have to, just like you have to warm up your muscles, you have to warm up the face.
Joining me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., creator and director of The Chosen, Dallas Jenkins. Dallas, a streaming series about Jesus Christ.
And so we want this show to speak to the times of today as much as it speaks to 2,000 years ago. And so some of the oppression that people were feeling then, some of the poverty people were feeling then, I know many people feel today. And so I want the viewer to be able to say, you know what, I can identify with her or I can identify with him. And then when Jesus comes along and intrudes on the lives of these people in the best way possible, I want people today to go, maybe Jesus is the answer for me too.